Please wait 2 minutes. I'll start the session. Hmm. Right, let's start today's session. See, in the last session of Python, we were discuss about versions of Python and Python history, application area of Python. Okay. So in this session, I'm going to show you how to set up the Python software. That means how we can download Python software and install it. Okay. But before that, if you want to check whether your computer is having Python software or not, so we can check like this. So in your computer already if Python installed, so if you want to check whether it is there or not, if it is there, which version of Python software installed already, if you want to check, then you just go to command prompt. So go to command prompt and we have to pass very simple command like Python space hyphen hyphen version. Python space hyphen hyphen version. Press enter. Now you can see 3.12.3. This is the Python version which is available in this computer. In case if you don't have any Python software, you will get Python was not found or Python was not recognized. Like that, you will get message. But already in my computer, I have Python software, so that's what I got this version. But now I will try to uninstall this Python software which I have already, so that I can show you step-by-step installation process. First, look at this. Let's go to control panel and I'm trying to uninstall this. Here, uninstall programs. Whatever the Python software is there, I would like to uninstall it because I want to show you the installation process. So right click on here Python 3.12.3. I'm just simply right click on it and uninstall it. So it is uninstalling progress. After this, I will show you how to download it and install it. Just wait. Right, uninstall was successfully done. And there one more thing is there, Python software foundation also. Let it be uninstalled this also. Yes. Now we can see complete Python software is uninstalled. So again, you can go and check in command prompt through Python space hyphen version. You see, Python was not found because just I have uninstalled the Python software clear. So now how to download and install, I'm showing you, sir. Okay. So for download and installation procedure, so we have to use this one. So I have explained clearly in the last lecture. So the official website of Python is python.org. So if you want to get Python software directly, you can visit this site and it's completely free software, So let's go to python.org, click on downloads, simply click on download Python 3.12.3 here. Download Python 3.12.3. So immediately you will be able to see Python 3.12.3 downloaded version. So after download successfully, so you simply go to downloads folder. So you can see, go to the downloads folder. So there is Python 3.12.3. To install this software, you simply double click on this executable file. After that, so you are seeing this window, but before going to click on install now, I strongly recommend to activate these two checkboxes, sir. Because these two checkboxes makes setting Python environment variable to your operating system. So that means Python configuration will automatically set to the operating system for executing for future purpose. So you must activate these two checkboxes. After that, you simply click on install now. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device means you have to say yes only. So this is installation process of Python. So very simple and straightforward. It's a lightweight software and no much more configuration is required. Okay. It will run on any operating system with any configuration. It's a lightweight software. So after installation successfully, you can also check again whether Python is installed or not by going to command prompt and type the command python space hyphen version. So setup was successful. Close this and close this. Now you can once check for confirmation. Command prompt python space hyphen version. So we got Python 3.12.3 version back. So this is the way to download and install Python software clearly. But note this point, once you download and install Python software, for the first time you will get a default editor. That editor name is ideally integrated development learning environment. Ideally editor tool it is. Integrated development learning environment. So you can write Python program by using this editor also, no problem. But there are different ways to write Python code and execute. I will show you clearly what are the different ways to write Python code and execute and which is the better way to write Python program and execute. That means which editor is the best editor for Python beginners. I'll explain you. So these are the different ways to write Python program and execute, sir. Different ways to write Python code and execute. Different ways to write Python code and execute. First way is using interactive mode. Using interactive mode. Next way is using script mode. Next, using Python ideally. Next, using PyCharm editor. This is our regular editor, which I'm going to use continuously throughout all the sessions. That is PyCharm editor. Okay. Yes. First, I will show you interactive mode. So what is interactive mode? How do we get this interactive mode? We will see that. So interactive mode in the sense, the moment uh, when we install Python software, so we will be get one default editor, that is ideally. So let's go to search and type ideally. So look at this, we are getting this ideally platform. This is interactive window. The moment when I open ideally, so you are looking this window is called interactive window. That means programmer can interact with this window by typing something. Like if you want to type something hello, like press enter, you got the output. Or you want to write a program, you can write the program like that. So if you want to add two numbers, a plus b, press enter, we got the output. So it's very simple and straightforward program. A 10 b 20, a plus b. So like this way, do you want to write Python script or Python code and execute? You can proceed it, no problem. Ideally software it is. That is interactive window. So why we can call it as interactive mode in the sense? So just we are interacting with this window and we are typing some code and press enter. Immediately you'll get output. So here no need to write complete Python script and save it somewhere, and later no need to execute. Directly you can go with the flow. But this window is showing some commands also, help command, copyright command, credits, license, everything. So in this window is only for testing purpose. Generally, you can type some code and press enter and you can test your logics. But this window don't show any alerts. This window don't show any suggestions. Okay, error indications, no. So as a programmer, you have to go through your own way. So this is the problem for beginners actually. So even you can try to type some commands what they are giving here. Copyright information. If you want to read copyright information, you can see copyright information. Do you want to read license? And you can type license method. So give me 1 second. So you have to type license method, spelling wrong. Yes. So this is license information we are reading. So this interactive window through also we can manage your code. So we have next option also there. Look at this option number 2, script mode. Script mode in the sense you should ready with your Python script as well. So you can write complete script. How much code you want, you can write it, and make sure that you have to save that total script file with the .py extension. So after that you can run it. So for showing script mode, what I'm trying to do here, so just I'm going to write code in Notepad. So I'm opening Notepad. So this is Notepad window. Notepad is also a plain text editor actually. So we can write Python script like this. Suppose I'm writing here print, welcome to DURGASOFT Python full stack development sessions. So this is my Python script print function with some statement. Okay. Now you have to save this file with .py compulsory. Yes, we will save this file with .py extension because it is a Python file actually. Python file it is. So that's what we are going to save this file with .py extension. So I'm going to save it. File menu, click on save. So now you must save this file with .py and location you can choose. So I'm choosing location here, desktop location. Now you can see I'm saving this file with the test.py. Test.py. So after saving this file, you can see in your desktop. So the test.py file is ready. So, but this test.py file is having the logo called PC. That means PyCharm. Why it is logo affected PC instead of Python logo means I have already Python PyCharm editors in my computer. That's what the logo is present here PC only. But once you are ready with your script file, okay, so you have to execute this file. How to execute this file, I'll show you. So right now we are explaining script mode only. I'm ready with my script file, that is Python file test.py. Then now I want to run this. But to run this file, there are two options are there. Option number one, using command prompt. Option number two, using Python IDLE software. Okay. So first I am showing how to run already available Python script file using command prompt. So just move to command prompt simply. Okay. So after this, you can see right now your file is present in desktop. So that's what I have to move to desktop. But my desktop is available in OneDrive folder. So that's what I'm moving or changing directory cd space OneDrive. After moving OneDrive folder location, so I have to move to desktop, cd space desktop. And after moving towards desktop, so in desktop, I have Python file. So I would like to execute that file. To run Python file, simply Python space, your file name, test.py extension. Very simple command, you have to pass it. Python space, test.py, sir. Press enter. We got the output called welcome to DURGASOFT Python full stack development sessions. Or else more shortcut is there like py space. You can also use py space test.py. Python space test.py is okay, or else py space test.py is okay. Press enter, same output we got. So this is the way to write Python script file in Notepad and must save with the .py extension. And once you are ready with your script file, that file we have to load into command prompt for execution. Do you want to execute this script file with command prompt like this? But we have other option also. So already you have a script file now test.py that we can load into IDLE software also, no problem. You can go to IDLE. How we got this IDLE means just we have download and install Python software. No, that's what we got this IDLE. So once you got IDLE here, now in this we have to open our existing file. So whenever we go to IDLE directly, it will come interactive window. But I have already my Python file. So let's click on file menu of IDLE software editor. Go to open option. And now coming to the desktop location, I have test.py. So click on this, open it. So whatever we have written already, it's showing welcome to DURGASOFT Python full stack development session. After that, simply you can click on run and run module. So we got the output here. Why run module here? Because every .py file is act as a module in Python. One py file, one module it is. So that's what here when I run this, when I click on run menu, run module is there, or else you can hit from your keyboard F5 shortcut key. So this is the way to write code in script mode like Notepad editor and save with .py and run with command prompt as well as IDLE. But here there is one more option is there. It's a direct option it is. That is third option using Python ideally. But suppose, sir, if I don't want to write code in Notepad because I need to write code in Notepad and save it, and I need to move to command prompt and run it. If any errors again, I can go back to Notepad and edit. So these kind of things I don't need. Can't we do everything in one location means that is what I'm showing. That is Python ideally. Third option is there using Python ideally. So once we open ideally, there only you can create a new file. You can write how much logic you want, and after writing, you can save over there and run there. So no need to visit multiple windows like command prompt, notepad, ideally like that. So directly we can go through ideally software. So let me show you this option also. Option number 3. Just move to the ideally software. The moment when we open, we'll get interactive window. But here I want to create a complete new file. I don't want write code in interactive shell, or I don't want open existing file, but completely I want to write new file code. So click on file menu, go to new file, and you will be able to see the complete new window is open. In this window, you can start writing codes earlier. But now we can see in this window also, we don't have any intelligence or no suggestions, no indications. Even if I try to write logic here, if I do any mistakes here, but while writing the code, it won't show any alerts. So in the notepad also, and ideally platform also, interactive window also, when we write code, so while writing the code as a programmer, we don't get any indications whether you're doing mistakes or not. So after completion of execution only, so you will come to know the mistakes what you did in your program. And there is no indications actually here. So you have to go with your own skills. So that's what I don't suggest uh, these three options. First three options like interactive mode, script mode, ideally as a for beginners. So okay, so you have to go with proper editor like PyCharmator. So finally, we will launch the PyCharmator after the continuation process. Like once we launch PyCharmator, we will continue all the program with this editor only. Sir. Okay. So first I'm writing code in, what is that? Ideally directly. So this is my ideally. Let me open it again, sir. Just a minute. So let's go to ideally once. And here I'm trying to create a new file and new file. And you can write how much code you want. Simple program I'm writing. C equals A plus B. Print what? So you want to write your description. Sum is like C. So it looks good, sir, actually. But in this case, whether you're doing mistakes or not, you don't get any alert here. Okay, but it is no mistake, but it's working fine. So you can write how much code you want in this window. You can write it, and after that, don't directly run this because without saving this program, so it will not allow you to run. For example, when I run this, it will ask you source must be saved. Okay to save. Okay, so that's what I'm saving this file menu, save, and choose the location where you want to save it. Now I'm giving sample.py. After that saving, you can able to run this program, run module. So we got this sum is 30 here. So this is the way to execute. Here we are directly in one window. Ideally is one window. So here only we can create new file. How much code you want, you can write it and execute it. So no need to write code in notepad and no need to open that again into command prompt, as well as ideally here and there we need to move. But you can see if I do mistakes also, for example, I am not giving bracket closing properly, even I am not closing properly, there is no indication while writing the program. So after execution only you will come to know what is the problem in this program. Like bracket was never closed like. So we have to close it now. So this is the basic issue when we write code in this editors and run this code. Okay, that's what even just give a one-time practice for interactive mode, script mode, Python ideally. After that, you can go through PyCharm properly. But if you don't want to use PyCharm also, I can suggest to at least Visual Studio Code also better option. So VS Code is also one more editor tool. Most of the programmers use Visual Studio Code also to write their programs. So editor is a software tool, just example, software tool it is. You can write any type of programming language code there. But now when we go for PyCharm, PyCharm is exclusively designed and developed for Python programmers. So this editor specialty is it's having multiple options like design wise, look wise, and graphical user interface wise, it's better. And the programmers will not get confused while writing the code, and they get a lot of benefits while writing the code because intelligence options will be there, suggestions and error indications, what programmer is doing mistake, instantly it will indicate you so that it will alert you so that it will easy to manage your Python code in PyCharm editor. But now it's time to launch PyCharm editor, but already in my computer PyCharm editor is there that I want to uninstall it. After that, I will show you installation process. Look at this PyCharm community edition is there in my computer. So let's uninstall that software. So let me go to control panel, uninstall program, and PyCharm editor is there. So PyCharm community as well as professional, both we can maintain. But right now in the context of core and advanced Python, only PyCharm community is recommended. PyCharm professional is not required. PyCharm professional also we use, but not now. So we will be use that into Django development time. So now I'm trying to uninstall PyCharm community edition here. So right click on it and uninstall it. So why I'm doing uninstall means I can show you the installation procedure of PyCharm editor so that it will be easy for you. So from here onwards, we can also set up Python as well as PyCharm. So our complete logical discussion takes place using PyCharm editor only throughout all the sessions. So it is installing. I will show you how to download and install. But one thing I can say, sir, whatever the editor you want, you can go through it. But make sure that before editor launching, you must and should install Python software. So whenever you install Python software, you will get Python interpreter. So without Python interpreter, you can't write Python programs, no? So that's what first Python you have to install. After that, you can go through any editor. So now I'm not having any PyCharm editor. So how to get PyCharm editor means you just go to Google, simply download PyCharm. You can type download PyCharm. So the moment when we type download PyCharm, you can see jetbrains.com is there. This is the official website. www.jetbrains.com. Click on it. So JetBrains is a JetBrains.com community only design and develop PyCharm editors. But in the for the first time when we visit this page, so you are seeing this PyCharm professional, but don't hit this download, okay? Because we don't need professional at this moment. So we can scroll down, even though if we see professional for only data science and web development purpose, it is PyCharm professional editor. And this is not free. It's a licensed version. 30-day free trial will be there. But once you scroll down, you can see PyCharm Community Edition is there. This is integrated development environment for pure Python development. So it's completely free, built on open source. So you just download it. Immediately it is download started. It will take few seconds to download. After download complete, you have to install it. So installation of PyCharm will be easy, sir. It's not a big deal. So just go with the flow, next, install it. I'll show you how to install it. Once installation is over, then we will start launch PyCharm beta. Yes, so it's completely downloaded. After completed, so close this window and go to the download folder, sir. And simply double click on PyCharm Community Edition. So say yes. Welcome to PyCharm Community Setup. Click on next, and activate all the checkboxes clearly. And click on next, click on install. So this is PyCharm editor setup installation process. From here onwards, I use this editor only for Python programs. So I recommend you to better this editor you can use for better understanding and better programming. When it comes to Django framework and the rest of framework, other frameworks when I start, at that time I use PyCharm Professional, not PyCharm Community. But for pure core and advanced Python purpose, I recommend this PyCharm Community. Now you can see installation is over. After completion of installation, it will ask you reboot your system, or else you can manually reboot later. So close this. Now it's time to launch PyCharm beta. Simply go to search and type PyCharm. So you can see PyCharm Community Edition. You have to open it. So when we open PyCharm Community Edition for the first time, you will be able to get this window. So this is the window you will get. So there are three options are there in this window. Welcome to PyCharm. So do you want to create new project? You can click on it. Or else if you have already project in your system, do you want to open it? You can click on open. Or else you have a code already GitHub repository. You can connect it from version control system, VCS. So I would like to create a new project here. So project means it's a Python project. So in PyCharm later, once we create project, in that project we can create many files, .py files. So it is Python. I'm selecting pure Python left hand side. The project name I'm giving here, Python project 10 PM I'm giving. This is my project name. This name project located where? C drive, users, computer name, PyCharm projects. So if you want to change the location, you can click on the folder and go to the location of your system. And after that, Python version, automatically this Python interpreter will be set. So now you can see click on create. Once you click on create, it is showing clearly creating virtual environment. For every project, virtual environment will create, sir. What is virtual environment means? It is an isolation environment. So once it create virtual environment for your project, that indicates that in future, any libraries uninstalled or installed from your project, the other project which are available in that computer, which won't disturb, it will not disturb. So that's what it will create virtual environment every time for every new project, sir. So this is your PyCharm. Finally, we launched successfully. So in this PyCharm, we have a project called Python project 10 PM. But project contain Python files, but we don't have any Python files right now. So we need to create Python files. How to create Python files, we'll see that. So it's very simple, sir. So by default, the theme is dark theme will be there. So if you want to change the theme, you can also change it. First, you can see, right click on Python project 10 PM. Right click on Python project 10 PM. Just a minute. Right click on it, go to new, and there are two options are there. One is file, next one is Python file. First file is text file it is. It is text file, sir. Text file means while giving the name of the file, you must use .py file, .py extension while giving the name. But if you choose this option, Python file, so you need not to give any .py file because you are already selecting Python file. Click on it. So you can give the name of file, any file, test or sample or something, press enter. So you created successfully test.py file under this project folder. So project means multiple files. So once I start write code here, print, you can see there is IntelliSense option is coming clearly. And no need to type completely print, just PRI. When I type PR, automatically print is coming. It's a function. And I can say hello, something like this. For the first time, do you want to execute this test.py file? So right click on the tab test.py what we created. Right click on it. Click on run test. So look at this, you got the output here, hello. It's very simple. Okay, you can write the code here. You can manage your files and folders here, and you can see the output in the output window. So if I do any mistakes like bracket not closed properly, so clear indications will be there. Underlined red squigglies are there. So even when we run this code again, so look at this, bracket was never closed. Line number 1, it is saying clearly error in which line number is there. So clearly we can manage this. And if you do any editing here, okay, for every time, whenever you do or change any program, no need to run again, right click on test.py tab. So directly you are already executed one time test file, no? So you can refresh it. But do you want to change the font size and the theme, background theme? So you can also go through these settings. So click on file menu, settings will be there. And there is a dark theme is there, no? You can click on light theme, light with light header, high contrast, dark color like this. I'm selecting light theme. And do you want to increase the font size for your editor? So there is editor option is there, click on it. There is a font option and I'm selecting font like 20 or 18 like this. So click on OK. So your editor is look like this finally. PyCharm editor it is. You can create any number of files like test.py, test1.py like this. Let's write one more file, test, go to new, test1. So this is test1.py. So this is the way to work with PyCharm. It's proper editor actually. So I will discuss more options about this PyCharm editor in tomorrow's session. So finally, we successfully launched this PyCharm editor. So these are the possible ways to write Python code and execute. Interactive window, script window, Python ideally, PyCharm editor. So this is the best way to use PyCharm editor because easily we can understand in the initial stage of Python programming. So once you aware of how to write Python code with Python, so you can able to write any editor, no problem. Okay. So that's all for now today, sir. Tomorrow we'll continue from here onwards. If you have any questions, you can ask. Then who are new to this session? So I strongly recommend to watch my demo video sessions in YouTube channel. DURGASOFT YouTube channel is there. So you can go through there. You can watch that. Even after completion of this session, our team will send the mail. In that mail, the demos links also will provide. You can click on that. You can feel free to watch the previous sessions. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.